Is it scary? No. Will it bite you? No, of course, it's just a hisser. The easiest thing to keep. Okay, so welcome back everyone. Today, I'm going to talk about how to grow a hisser. This is a Madagascar hissing cockroach. Yes, cockroach. It's said to be the easiest thing to keep because they're extremely hardy. They're actually very easy to handle as well. And they're actually quite tolerant. So of course, firstly, we talk about the container, right? Container, escape-proof container. So, normally I use this type of container with a tight-fitting lid. So you can see that they cannot run away, right? And I have used tape to cover up all the holes so that they cannot escape as well. Of course, the adults will not escape because the other adults are so big, right? What if they reproduced? If they reproduce, they make a lot of around 4 to 5 millimeter nymphs, right? Then those nymphs can just get out. So you need to be aware of that. So you need to have smaller holes. So that's why I drew smaller holes. Very small, and the nymphs cannot escape. So, tight fitting lid, right? The reason I like to use this type of container is that I just open it up, put some food, and then close it. But of course, it won't escape. But if they really want to escape, then put food toss in it, close, done. That's it. Then tight fitting lid, right? But their instinct when they're being threatened, right? Maybe they're trying to move a little bit, then they're not moving a lot, right? They make sound, they hiss, right? Or they will hide, right? Is it scary? No. Will it bite you? No, of course, it's just a hisser. That's it, right? See? Oops. It's not really difficult to handle it, right? Even if it's going to escape, it's not going to run away super fast. Like, let's say I toss it on the floor. Go, run for your life. Right? How far can it go? It's so slow, right? But the thing is that when you try to pick them up, they have hooks on their legs. Like, they have sticky pads on their legs so that they will stick to the surface. Don't try to pull them off. Instead, let them walk over your hand. Or else, you might end up damaging their feet. Go back in, go, go, go. Right? It's really a roach. Not dirty, right? See? You know what they're doing? That's it. That's what they're doing. That's the fastest way they can go. It's the fastest they can go. That's it. Do you think it's hard to catch it? No. It's just a roach. Is it scary? Is it scary? No, it's just a roach. Just a roach. Can it bite? No. Yeah, he's a roach. That's it, right? Maybe if they're too scared, they can pee on you, but that's it. But the pee is just half digested food. Maybe a few drops of liquid from the vegetable you give them. So, what food do you need? You feed them with all sorts. Go back. You can feed them with all sorts of food, right? But try not to feed something that's too high protein. You can put some fish flakes in it for protein, maybe a little bit once a week. You can put some dog food, right, for protein, right? Dog food, you know. And you can put rice in it. You put rice in it, you can eat the rice, but don't put too much. You can put the oats, put a few oats in it. It lets you eat carbohydrate stuff. And I also put some rotten wood powder in it and cob bark, right? Because they're normally found in rotten logs in the wild. You also feed them with fruits, like this is the apple, and this is carrot, right? For hydration, right? Then eat it. Feel like to be a roach. Honestly, do you need a substrate? No, you don't need a substrate. A bare container can do it as long as you have fruit in it or vegetable that's moisture in it, then it's able to survive. Humidity wise, have substrate, don't care about humidity. They come from Madagascar. Usually high humidity. If your humidity is around 60 or 80% in the room, you might not even need substrate as well. Right? Then get moisture from the air. Then male hissing cockroach can make sound. Female also can make sound if they're disturbed. But the sound is not really loud. It's not really loud. Come on, why are you not making sound? I need you to make the sound for the video. Come on, make sound. But you saw it earlier in the video, it's not really loud. But anyways, the male at night, they might make a few hisses when they reproduce or something like that, but that's it. It's not really scary, but I suggest against putting it in your room. Just put it in like corner like that, storage room corner. Because if I put it in my room, I know they hear hissing, but probably it's not going to hiss a lot. Maybe it's going to be like tss, tss, something like that. Maybe once in a while, maybe one random hiss per hour, but that's it. They are nocturnal, right? They come out at night, eat at night, usually just stay still like this in the day. If they're scared, either they're going to move a little bit or they're going to stay still. Like their head is going to go down like that, or they're just going to be like this. Normally, when they're resting. Like they're not moving, right? Then they rest. Heads down, then it's protected from predators. And they have a quite thick shell as well. So don't worry about it. So, feed like random piece of bread, grains, and then sometimes you feed some fish food, isopod food, or feed the dog food, or like some vegetables. Make sure they always have vegetables. If you don't have substrate, or else they don't have moisture, unless the room humidity is high, like always have moisture or like water crystals. What I do is I feed them with this. So I made this myself, and it consists of around like half of it is oats, and then like 1/4 of it is like dog food. So like 10 or 20% of it is dog food. Then around 50% is oats, and then like maybe like 10 or 20% of rotten wood powder, like flake soil for beetle, and I'm putting some spirulina and yeast, right? Just putting a small amount of yeast, like a pinch of it. This is 50 grams by the way. Like every 50 grams of food. And just maybe toss in a bit of fish food. Maybe make the food around 10 or 20%. Maybe 30% maximum with like protein stuff. Then that's it, right? Put a little pinch of it in it. It's probably going to eat it at night. They don't eat a lot. Don't worry, they actually don't eat a lot. You know what I did a mistake is that I used a container, like this a dish, and then put a bunch of it in it, and it got moldy. So now I just put a little bit in it. And talk about mold. It's not really important. You don't really care about mold, but it's a good idea to add some springtails. So many springtails from my ice spot culture, right? See all the ice spot. Wow. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blow all these springtails in. Haha, I'm stealing springtails from the ice hot, right? Then show a lot of springtails. Right now, you see springtails. Springtails are very useful because they are able to consume decomposing matter, right? And moldy stuff. They eat mold. Springtail is the cleanup crew for almost everything. Icepod, you keep springtails because springtails are the cleanup crew of the cleanup crew. Icepod are cleanup crews in terrariums. And yes, they stop it from getting moldy. Also in this food, I also actually add like a pinch of eggshell powder so that make sure that they have enough calcium. Where are you going? Where are you going? Normally keep this container in like not direct sunlight. Like maybe on somewhere like on your desktop. Just think about that type of light. It's not really picky. Maybe just hide it in a cupboard. Anywhere, just anywhere without direct sunlight because you don't want to coat the container. But that's it. Not really hard. Put the food once in a while, maybe feed it once a week or even like every day if you want to, if they are able to finish it. Maybe spray some water in it because I use my substrate is cocoa peat. So like, I lay down 1 inch thick of cocoa peat all around, and then I'm going to spray water in here, and I'm not going to spray water in here. Then it's also an export, right? Wet side and dry side. Spray water in the moss, and then like there's no water here, but the water is going to like absorb, soak through the substrate, just like that. But don't need to really worry about it. I also put cork bark for hiding, and of course I also have a piece of paper on top, and I also have this. This is the coconut chunks, so they actually dive in it and hide in it. And if there are any nymphs, the nymphs can just hide under it. It's like mini pieces of cork bark. And the roach is going to just do their own job. Don't really know what I can talk about the roach in this tutorial because it's just a roach. Container. Get the roach is the hardest part. Container, maybe some substrate if you want to. And a few pieces of wood. Then random piece of bread. Random piece of fruit. And if anything is going to go moldy or rotten, remove it. Change it for a new one. Or maybe feed less the next time. Then maybe humidity. And most importantly, get a container that the roach cannot escape. Put it in a place that doesn't have direct sunlight. This is just the camera light. But that's it. I don't really know what I can talk about the roach because it's just so easy to keep. But just to keep in mind that the roach maybe takes around 6 months to mature. These are actually nymphs. They're actually not adults. In my experience, they take around 6 months to mature. So this one is probably a mature female. But I gave away all my mature males to my friends. So sad. So we all have only have like 1 or 2 mature female, but that's it. Maybe this is a male. I hope this will grow up. Also talk about molting. They're molts, right? But mold with a shell like this, like isopod, they mold the shell, then they're able to grow, right? They're able to get bigger. You see the isopod here? This is an isopod, they remove their old shell, their old exoskeleton, right? They also do that, and they will eat their own exoskeleton. If you think it's disgusting, you can take it out, throw it away. But, well, they're easy for nutrients. There are a lot of precious minerals in it, so they want to recycle those nutrients that they have consumed. Then, provide hide, and also good humidity, like aim for at least 60%, but even from 60 to 100% humidity, doesn't matter. You can run around in 10% humidity. This guy doesn't care. But, like, let's say, this part is 10% humidity. Then, like, you can run around, but then if it feels too dry, you can go back to places that's more humid. But that's it. Roach, food, maybe substrate, hides, and container with tight fitting lid. You don't really need to have fancy hides. You just use toilet paper rolls, or even just crumble up office paper. But that's it for this video about hissing roach. Subscribe for more. Thank you.